This week's episode is so boring, it drives Granny Pissstink to drink. Sandwich acquisition machine fakes glitches to get away from Genesis. Caleb turns into Obama. And Professor Les almost gets jizzed on. Gaiden finds a strange hole and goes in it. All this and more on this week's episode of Star Trek Vagina. Oh, what a terrible show this week. Did nothing happen, Z? Whoa, did I miss the point or something? Or did nothing actually happen on episode 7 of Starfleet Academy?
Absolutely nothing happened. In the old days, we would call this a filler episode, but there was
wasn't even
so
that.
little in this episode, it barely qualifies as that.
It didn't even qualify as polyfiller.
It's pretty dire, to be honest with you.
Dire, yeah. It's something else as well. That doesn't rhyme with dire, but it was just bad. Cozine or cozine, which basically translates to best man. Who would you choose if you were a character? Pick a character, and who would you pick as your best man?
Who would I pick as my best man?
But you've got to pick a character as well.
What, from this show?
Yeah.
I'd rather break up.
Don't be like that.
I'd call the wedding off and say, I've had enough of you already.
Nice.
Pick one of these dipshits.
They're less than pathetic this week.
I'll pick the one that went into a coma. How about that? What's her name?
Yeah. Terima.
That's it.
Tiramisu, as I was calling her last week, because I just couldn't be bothered to remember her name. This week's episode is written by Alex Taub, which is a great name, I think, and Eric Anthony Glover. I think they'd been better off with Danny Glover writing this, because I think he'd do an actual better job of it.
I think ChatGPT could have done a better job at writing a Star Trek episode than these two jokers.
I think ZX81 could do a better job of writing it than these guys.
Sure, yeah.
Spring semester. Well, what's that? Is that February or March half term? I'm not quite sure.
March half term.
See, spring break.
A week off work.
Yeah, spring break's not a thing over here at all, is it?
Mm-mm.
Apparently, people go to Tijuana and get chlamydia. So, not all lost, really. Caleb hasn't written to his girlfriend, Terima, because she's in a coma.
But he's sitting there recording a message to her while there's thunder and rain outside, like he's Eminem recording Stan.
Wait a minute. It was you. The thing is, though, he's been writing this letter a month, and he just keeps deleting and deleting. This just shows you how emotionally crippled this character really is. Yeah,
and he starts it off as Caleb Meir. Like, how many Calebs does he think Terima knows?
Yeah, exactly. The queuing up, it must be a popular name in the 32nd century. Hello to everybody in the chat, by the way. I'll get round to you shortly, and I'll do a few shout-outs and whatnot. But he just keeps delete. He's just emotionally constipated. Doesn't even come close to it, does it, at all, with this guy?
No. I mean, he says you're on my mind, but all he can visualize is them doing it.
Yeah. One-track mind.
Yeah.
And he's so smug. He's really smug in this episode as well, I thought.
Just a little bit. But that's on par with his character, or lack of it.
Yeah, lack of character. Character development isn't a strong point at Secret Hideout. I don't think that's a job requisite, do you?
I don't think so, because they write them all equally devoid of any personality.
Anyway, Granny Pissstink, she's still mulling over last week's episode, and she's turned to drink. Shame she couldn't afford a brush. She could afford whiskey, but she can't afford a brush.
This episode would drive anybody to drink, to be honest.
Yeah, even if you didn't drink.
Even if you're a teetotaler, even if you're Gary Nerdrotic who swears he'll never drink again, I'd probably get a tourniquet and start tapping a vein.
Oh, God. Yeah, but the thing is, it's really that bad.
It is really that bad. I'm not even joking. This is real sleep-inducing medication that you have to watch.
This was like drinking a bottle of Benadryl and a couple of Valium. That's how bad this episode was.
Yeah.
But yet again, he's just so up his own back doors. It's beyond belief. and he's trying to make this really interesting letter. I mean, it's not even video. He's recording audio, and he's going to send it as like a voicemail. Why didn't he just, be honest and just, go for it? He's just so devoid of any real substance as a character.
And
he's got
complete lack of empathy. I mean, if I'd been in hospital for the last 6 weeks and I hadn't heard a thing from my respective other half, and suddenly out of nowhere she sends me an MP3. Hope you're feeling well, lol.
Yeah. Well, if that ever happens, I'll bring you some grapes and a bottle of Lucozade.
Mm.
You don't even see those bottles anymore, do you?
Well, the yellow ones.
And it used to be awful. I used to just want to get better so I didn't have to drink it.
But the only time you get to drink them is when you're in hospital. Even though they're on the shelf and you can pick them up at any time you want, you only drink them when you're in hospital. That's a fact.
Yeah. So it's just like, he's got such a prosaic life. He's just going to school and doing his studies, and he's just not even doing anything. And go on, do it.
Give me Genesis.
She looks proper fish face this week.
She's actually looking a bit tubby.
She does. I wonder if she's just over-imbibed at that gay bar the other week, and maybe she's got herself knocked up by swallowing something rum.
Either that or ovulating.
Maybe. You never know. Bella Shepherd. Do you know, I saw a video and I put it in the group chat. Did you see that?
Which bit? You'll have to remind me. I read a lot of group chats.
Oh, it's all right. Doesn't matter. Moving swiftly on. But she doesn't necessarily look great out of a Star Trek uniform.
Her hair's pretty rank this week, isn't it?
She's been taking tips from Elastigirl.
Yeah, I think so.
Caleb, at least he's well kept anyway. So's Durham.
But, obviously, you go through the transporter, you get yourself a free haircut. When you're as narcissistic as both of them are, then you'll be going through that transporter a lot.
The boys are better groomed than the girls in this show, and that speaks volumes. But it's just, I don't know. Is it that hard? If he's that emotionally invested in somebody like he claims he is, not just trouserly invested, he'd have done a lot better. He'd have just let it come from the heart.
No, you don't see him sad or upset. He's just mopey right the way through it. Like, oh, she should be with me. Well, I'm the most important one here.
Yeah.
But no.
He's very selfish about it. He's not, no real oh, she's in a coma. Oh, well, I'll just plod on.
Girlfriend in a coma, I know.
Oh, you got to love the Smiths.
Yes.
Anyway. I bet you thought you got me there, didn't you? But like you rightly said, all he's thinking about is his trouser functions.
Exactly. I mean, surely they've had other moments that they could have shown during this montage, but no.
Do you think he's doing her up the back doors there?
Well, that's the face that I make when I get slammed in the back doors.
Oops, wrong hole. And then, again, that's the culmination of his work. Just recording deleted.
And he couldn't come up with a decent message in 6 weeks.
No.
That's pretty sad.
That is pretty bad. And if I'd have been in a coma and I'd not got a pile of voicemails to go through from my wannabe boyfriend, I'd be a bit pissed off. Not just a bit. Quite a lot. It'd be ghost. Because that's all he's done. He's technically ghosted her.
Effectively, I mean, she obviously wakes up from her coma, as it's stated later in the episode. So she checks the pad and has got no messages. And what must be going through her mind is, do I really mean that little to him? Because that will be going through my mind.
And this chick here is about as exciting as painting a fence with Cuprinol.
Yes.
Just a quick hello to everybody in the chat before we go any further. Christopher Snyder, first in the chat tonight. I will not be cozying it up with Star Trek Starfleet Academy anytime soon. Here all week. Gavin Blackburn thought he was first. He's not. Argentum's in the chat tonight. Paul Dickinson.
Smash some likes, you ugly people.
Yeah. Not Z3PO. Not you. No, not you.
Not me.
Brian's in there. Producer Brian. Who's in the back doors as we speak. Skyfire 85. Arden Party. Always want to do it in the style of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And hello to everybody watching this wherever you may be on the planet or whatever time you're watching it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel like doing so, and give us a share as well. Like I said before, I don't like doing you've got to keep plugging about liking and subscribing. If you like it, you like it. If you subscribe, fair enough, it's a bonus. Hit that notification bell. Blah, 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 blah. But Tig
All the usual
Notaro
stuff.
is just the most sarcastic bitch ever.
Mm.
And she kind of reminds me of a former mother-in-law, which really naffs me off as well. I think that's why I don't like her as a character or possibly as a person.
I mean, all the characters in this are unlikable. They've got no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
Mm.
I mean,
And
why is she trying to talk the student out of going away? Is she off to a mud hut in Somalia or something? Because she's trying to convince her not to go. What the hell?
She should have said, "Oh, you look like Dana from Blake 7. Why don't you stay?" Even though she doesn't. But she was trying to guilt trip every student.
Yeah, don't go.
Is her line of comedy just about dry sarcasm?
I think she's loosely a comedian. I don't she's actually funny.
Loosely is the word, yeah.
Mm.
I think, like I said a couple of weeks ago, AH has had funnier gas bills, if you know what I mean. There we go. Sandwich acquisition machine, as I now call her.
That's more apt than a series acclamation mill or whatever she's called.
What the fuck is a series acclamation mill? That just sounds like the biggest load of crap they came up with in the writer's room. It doesn't actually mean anything, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's like, we're going to call this character Sam. Let's have it stand for something. And they just threw darts at a board full of words.
I would say it's word salad, but she's never fucking seen one.
No. But it's good to see her with a different hairstyle this week.
Yeah. They must have reconfigured her hollow matrix. But like I said on the intro video, she can't wait to get away from Genesis, so much so that she kind of fakes a bit of a glitch.
Yeah, I mean, she was shot last week, but she's not really a physical being as such, is she? So I don't know why she's glitching out like she's Vanellope from the Disney movie Wreck-It Ralph, but I'm assuming this is going to come up sometime in the future, which probably means that we're going to get another Sam episode in the last 3. Oh God, I'm looking forward to that.
At least Vanellope von Schweetz was in real Star Trek. Sarah Silverman was in Voyager, wasn't she?
She was indeed, yeah.
As Rain Robinson on a fantastic 2-part episode. I love that episode. Old, what's his face? Ed Begley Jr. as Henry Starling, the Chronoworks bloke.
That was a great 2-parter when they went back to San Francisco. Was it San Francisco they went back to?
It was very ambiguous as to where it was. It looked like LA. I think it was LA, actually.
Yeah. But looking very much like LA does now.
Yeah.
So quite accurate for its time.
Yeah, it's just nice if they did stuck with the bloke who actually played Captain Braxton in that episode, because they replaced him with the guy who was God in Quantum Leap. You know, the last episode of Quantum Leap, the bartender?
Ah, yes.
Well, that was allegedly God, wasn't it?
Yes, Leap Home.
Yes. I've got to do it in that voice. Oh, it's next leap. It's going to be the leap home.
Now, she's off to the Holotech Rehab Spa in Denver.
Yeah.
Who exactly is that for? There's no other photonics that we've met apart from the EMH. Has he got his own spa?
I don't know. Gavin Blackburn wrenched World of Sport. Genesis allowed is not. Permits many. Planet forbidden. There we go. Thank you, Gavin Blackburn, for a whole pot knacker. Do you want to split it, Z?
Can I just have the sachet? Can you just empty that into my mouth?
Which would you like? There's Clagnut curry, or there's... Oh, I've got a Selby grill steak spare, and I've got a bolognese biker bollock. Which one would you like?
Oh, Selby grill steak, whatever the sachet is in that. I'll have some of that.
I'm not quite sure, but it's kind of gritty. It's a bit like cat litter, I think.
As most pot knackers are before you add water.
Yeah.
And anybody who actually pours in water and eats it 4 minutes after it's been boiling, you're a psychopath. Get the hell away from me.
Yeah. It's the meal of champions, to be fair. Stick that on a couple of slices of bread, you'll be well away. Sam's like, oh, yeah, give me a cuddle. Chuff off, bye. Click, mer. She was only in it a brief time. A lot of the main cast were I think they were add-ons, afterthoughts in the writer's room.
I think they were. I think it was only written with 4 characters in mind, this episode.
Yeah, everything else episode, wasn't it?
Just, get rid of everyone else, and that makes the writing a little bit easier, but it also makes it a lot more boring.
It's not far off boring every episode, to be truthful.
Well, this is the most boring one we've had so far.
This is like a non-episode. It's like, why did they even bother? And I noticed how they have to make out that Genesis is the bestest ever.
Well, I don't understand why Ake is fast-tracking Genesis on the pre-command track. Didn't the other cadets on the Miyazaki incident also show great skills when handling the threat? Or is it just because she's the bestest ever?
Or she's the daughter of an admiral? I think that might have a lot of sway.
What a suck-up.
Yeah. Aki just wants to get a bit knacky in the promotion department, I think.
Well, she's talking khaki.
Yeah. Why am I imagining gills on her neck?
I don't know, but she looks like the sort of person who'd have them.
Yeah. Gil Gerard. No, better not. He's not even cold yet, is he? No. Sorry, Gil. Anyway, moving swiftly on. But she is proper, like, oh yeah, the bestest ever. You're the best. You're the best. Look at that sour face. Kind of looks like David Byrne before he went grey. I just want to imagine Psycho Killer coming out of her mouth now.
I can well imagine that.
She looks the sort, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Ardent Party says girl boss must be made to boss. I think he's onto something there.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that's what it's all about, empowering, I nearly said split arses there. Hello, Atom Gray, just joined us in the chat. B-Sides was good last week. And I notice how everybody's like quick to get away. It's funny how Jet Reno's doing all the departures on this week's show, because everybody just wants to get away, and maybe that's it. Maybe that's a plot device. I have got a Hawaiian shirt. I am going to Ibiza with my boyfriend, Kyle.
He wants a bumming holiday. Not going to Risa, the actual Star Trek pleasure planet in canon, but Ibiza.
Kyle is taking me to some place called Blackpool. Can you imagine that? They went to Skeggy or Mablethorpe just for a laugh.
We are going to Great Yarmouth.
Kyle wants to give me a stick of rock. I think he said rock. A bag of candy floss, shut your mouth.
And I must try his cockles.
Yeah. And muscles alive, oh. He just sounds so different in real life. Hi, my name's Karim. And is it Kareem or Karim? Because I think he said rim. Yeah, he really sort of,
emphasized the rimming part.
He did indeed, and I was a little bit concerned. Gav. Not Z3PO says in the chat, set a course for Throbulon 4.
Exactly.
Ardent Party, you can't say stuff like that. You can in the chat.
Entire episode complaining that he's not in Ibiza.
Yeah. It would have been all right. A couple of E's, a bottle of poppers, away you go.
Bit of toot.
At least he's wearing a frock this week. Skirt, rather.
Gets to wear a full-on dress later.
He does, doesn't he? Although he's got trousers on, if I remember right. But Darren's just so... you know how these kind of people say, we're vanilla. This was this made vanilla look exciting.
Yeah, it most certainly did. It'd be, I don't know, what it'd be like just eating from a tub of mayonnaise.
Or that, you remember that glue, the PVA glue you used to get at school as a kid?
Well, when you used to spread it on your hands and peel it off like your skin was coming away.
Yeah, I think that is more tasty than this episode.
Yes, but at least the PVA glue had some sort of element of fun to it.
And a function, unlike this show.
Unlike this show.
apart from laundering money at Secret Hideout, this show serves no real purpose in the grand scheme of things.
So what do you think they're referring to in Secret Hideout? Do you think they've got their own Epstein Island or something?
I dread to think. If it is, it's in Canada somewhere. Maybe they've got a hut up in the Great White North.
Yeah, and they've paid for it with Star Trek money.
Yeah. And J.J. Abrams is there, laid on a bed, covering himself in margarine. Oh, no, canola oil. That's what it'd be in Canada.
Canola oil.
Yeah. But
And
Kyle's
poutine.
dead happy. He doesn't
Yeah.
look a top, does he, Kyle?
Neither of them do.
No, they don't.
I mean, you would have thought that Gaydon would have been an aggressive top, but he's just far too effeminate, even for a Klingon.
I've just got a horrid thought going through my head.
Is it a picture of a double dildo?
No. Is what colour? I mean, I don't know, and I have no common frame of reference here. But what is the colour of Klingon manwags?
I don't know, because their blood can be red or purple, depending on what series or film you're watching.
Because if the blood's like Pepto-Bismol,
yes,
would it come out? I don't know. Maybe it'd be like. Do you remember Jif before it was a cream you wipe your cooker with?
yes.
What you used to have on pancakes, the old lemon juice. I wonder if it's like that, yellowy and bitter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, Darum is like a bit of a foil for this episode. Because if it's the show elements aren't revolving around Darum, it's revolving around. It's not really Caleb, is it? It's a Darum and a Genesis episode, really. If you boil it down,
it's not revolving around anything in particular. I mean, if
No.
it were a satellite orbiting the Earth, it would have crashed into the atmosphere.
Did you notice that? Look, I'll go back to that slide and then that slide. Go back to that slide and then that slide. What do you notice there?
A potential threesome. Is he looking
I'm
at his-
thinking Gaydon is checking out Darum's arse.
He might be, which is weird because he kind of hates him later.
But I think that hate's on purpose. Darum likes to make people dislike him on purpose so he can't get close to them. He kind of pushes people away.
I can see the attraction because there was in there. There was an episode. I can't remember which one it was. But it's implied that Klingons have two penises, as one was taking a waz and having two streams going on.
Oh dear, that's almost as ludicrous as Centauri having 6 penises. Because Londo used to use his cock to cheat at cards, if you remember, on Babylon 5. Yeah, but he did, though. Wow. I mean, it beggars belief, doesn't it? Some of these sci-fi shows. Anyway, Cat Lady, I don't know where she's going. Maybe she's going to at the side of a motorway with a shopping cart.
Yeah, I love how she's got a space suitcase with space wheels, not some sort of futuristic suitcase with a compression device.
Yeah.
It's weird that her suitcase is exactly like Samsonite suitcases you can get today.
Wouldn't you have like a bean box where you chuck what you're taking on holiday with you and it automatically gets beamed to the destination you're going to?
That would have made a lot more sense than packing. You could just throw it all in a portal and it arrives at the destination. That would have helped.
Yeah. Well, that just shows you how bad this episode is because they're using, a suitcase as a plot device. And what the hell is that in her hand?
I don't know. I think it's one of those vibration things or a defuzzer.
I thought it was like a reversal device for when she prolapses.
It might very well be, or one of those throbbing, vibrating devices that some ladies own.
I dread to think what it is.
It
Either that or it's
does
a big pipe. It's a crack pipe.
Just going on a smoking holiday.
Yeah, she's going to Amsterdam. Isn't that crazy? Isn't it weird? Would you like a blitz and a bong? A crepe and a pipe? Oh dear. But yeah, again, there's no real dialogue. And what naffed me off about this scene is, right, she'd very kindly arranged to put Caleb up with a family while they were on this spring break thing.
Mm.
And all he did was moan and complain, and he was dead ungrateful about everything.
Well, I would complain too, because it's Dakar's in Senegal. I've been there myself for my honeymoon. His sentiment of not wanting to go there is very well placed.
Well, this is the future. It might be half decent by now.
It might be. I mean,
you never know.
Wasn't Genesis off to Mumbai?
Yeah.
I wonder if they still poo in the streets.
They do that in San Francisco these days.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
How much airbrushing have they done to her?
They must go through this frame by frame to remove all of Holly Hunter's wrinkles.
Yeah. I bet they've got like a team of like former Korean animators, and they're just there digitally taking all the wrinkles out of her face. I've got a better idea. You know, travel presses, when you go to a hotel and you stick your trousers in them. Yeah. Why don't they just get one of those and stick a face in it?
A face? Probably because, like, when you go to swimming pools and your fingerprints start looking like prunes, it'll actually make her worse.
Yeah. Oh, maybe use some of that glue we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah. So that'll tighten things up a little bit when it dries. Pop a bit of makeup on the top. That would work.
Iceman23 in the chat says, I'm here to lose some brain cells. You will lose those here. Cartoon Man says, Corgi trouser press.
I'm stupider this week after watching this episode from last week.
Yeah, it does. It does alleviate you of brain cells. Ardent Party says, are the Klingons still purveyors of three bollocks? Is it still canon rather?
Are who? Klingons?
Yeah, apparently they've got three nuts, ETs. Maybe that's a joke, I don't know. Argentum says, well, supposedly the idea is an idyllic world, so those places would supposedly be nice. Supposedly. Do whatever those aliens did with their faces in Star Trek Insurrection. Oh, yeah, and about the sonar. Yeah, F. Murray Abraham even. Or as Homer says, F. Murray Abraham. Oh, God, I forgot what. That Insurrection is just such a bad film.
It is. Not as bad as Star Trek Nemesis, though.
Star Trek Nemesis is the only flop in the franchise. Do you know that?
Yeah, I mean, it's the only movie in the Star Trek franchise that gets worse every time you watch it.
I don't know. I do actually quite like it.
Why?
I like it better than Insurrection. I still can't. I mean, no, don't take this offense in any shape, way, or form, ladies. But you can't pack. When a bloke packs a suitcase, he's got room for at least, 2 cartons of ciggies and a couple of bottles of Johnny Walker?
Yep, definitely. You got to park like you're in the pack like you're in the military. But no, she just throws everything in a case, and she's going away for 4 days. It's a 4-day break, but she's got 4 pairs of boots.
Yeah.
What does she need 4 pairs of boots for? She walks around with nothing on her feet.
Yeah, crazy cat lady needs. Why she need all those? That's very bizarre. Seems very out of character for her, to be honest.
None of this makes sense.
None of it does. You're quite right. And then she guilt trips Caleb at the door. Look at me. Why isn't her mouth slopped down to one side like she's had a stroke?
Don't know.
That's the weird thing. You know, when I had my stroke, right, the right-hand side of my face looks totally, it doesn't match. My face does not, you know, if you do the old draw a line down the middle of my face, it doesn't match up anymore now. I'm very droopy on the right-hand side.
Surely erasing all of her wrinkles in every frame she's in from every single episode must eat a tremendous amount of budget.
Well, that's why it costs 10 million an episode, maybe.
Yeah, it would have made a lot more sense just to leave her naturally.
Yeah. I watched a clip of her making this show, and they look like 8K cameras. You know, they look really state-of-the-art cameras. So why does the focus always look too soft in all these shots?
I think they're just trying to make the Eldies look as good as they can, although that doesn't really help with Tig Notaro because she looks like a ball sack in everything she's in.
Yeah, but there's like the focus puller needs sacking because he's not doing a very good job, because a lot of the shots don't seem to have a very good field of quality.
No, they don't. Just like the audio is terrible in every
Yeah.
single episode.
And I noticed in a couple of episodes a few weeks back, there was a lot of extra reverb added, and it was very unnecessary. It just didn't sit well with the whole feel of the show.
Mm. Yeah,
But
I
look
mean,
at it there.
do they change sound mixers on episode to episode? I would have thought that would be
Don't know, because
detrimental.
normally, this is the weird thing about post-production in TV and film, and not everybody wears a lot of hats, so they usually farm it out to the same people. So it might be a case of they have their own in-house, or they might send it out to a post company. But usually what happens is there's a grandiose piece of software called Pro Tools, and everything gets sent out and everything gets put together, and they're doing 5.1 mixes and all this, that, and the other. It's all very technical and convoluted.
Yeah, I mean, all the Star Trek Academy episodes, it's like they've put them through a normalizer, and so they're all generic volume levels. And a lot of the audio on this is off-screen ADR, isn't it?
It is. You can tell as well. There's a difference in the microphones. Obviously, when they're on set here, not to get too technical about it, but they will be using shotgun mics on the set, and they also have what they called lav mics, right? Which are the ones that newsreaders used to have clipped to the ties.
Yeah.
They'll have modern versions of those underneath the clothing. So they've got, in case there's a bad take anywhere, or they lose audio in one place, they've got a way of recovering it another way. So normally they blend all these different sources of audio together. But, the technology has come a long way. But you would have thought there would have been competent mix downs of all this material. So it sounded good on everything. And it's not been very inconsistent from week to week.
They've got a tick box which says filter out background audio, which they apply to absolutely everything.
Yeah, well, normally what they do, they use a thing called a gate. So when they're not talking, it closes up so you can't hear any extra noise coming through. But what they have is what's called room tone. So like a background noise for that room. So that's what they do. They overlay the voices onto this background noise.
Well, you are the expert on microphones, and I've got to say, you are sounding very clear this week.
Thank you. Brand new microphone. And speaking of gating, if I don't talk, can you hear how quiet it goes?
Yes, very much so.
Because I am actually running a gate. So I was just using that knowledge, what I know. Now, if I were to turn that off, it would sound absolutely horrendous. So I'll turn it off. Can you hear that now? Can you hear all that background noise?
No.
Oh. Can you not hear me ticking?
No.
No, you can't hear me ticking. That's unusual.
No, I can't.
There we go. I'll put it back on now because I prefer it with the gate on.
Are you a bomb?
No, I've got cybernetic implants.
Ah.
Yes. Clockwork bits keeping me pumping. It's all based on fluid dynamics, apparently. So I'm been told by the experts. But just look at that face. That's a face you could slap. I'm thinking of a Prodigy song. Any ideas?
Yes.
Oh,
slap
dear.
my bitch up.
That's the one. Cartoon Man says lavalier microphone. That is indeed correct. Break it in post, says Atom Grey. Yeah, they can do that. Argentum says at Sci-Fi, I really like First Contact, but I fully acknowledge it's not in the top bracket. It is.
It's a
damn
great
fine film.
It is. It's the only next gen film I actually get enjoyment from.
Really?
Yeah. Generations is an absolutely terrible movie.
It is. I won't watch that now because of Berman was very unkind to Shatner in that film.
Was he?
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Just the way they handled the character.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kirk went out like a bitch.
Mm,
That's not how I imagine Captain James T. Kirk dying,
pretty much, yeah.
and
Not
it's
Z3PO
terrible.
says, we can do ADR without actors now. That's automatic dialogue replacement for those who don't know. There we go. Oh. Christopher Snyder says, Jaden, is that a batleth in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
I'm very happy to see you, Kyle.
Perhaps today is a good day to bite a pillow. And this is quite interesting. Argentum says, no one can probably mix audio anymore. It's dying art.
It is like CGI, which has got progressively worse over the last 20 years. I mean, you go back to something like Lord of the Rings, it is an absolute masterpiece when it comes to CGI. Even Avengers Infinity War, the way they designed Thanos, you can almost see every single pore on his skin. But now everything looks like it's been animated by sixth formers.
Do you want to know what's peak CGI in my book? Considering the technology was relatively new. Babylon 5.
Oh, yes.
And
I'm
I
looking
say
forward
that,
to rewatching that, you know.
yes, March is coming. We still haven't had a team meeting about that. We need to sort something out about that.
We do, because I haven't seen it since it originally aired, so I'm going to be going back in dry.
Well, you do that, but you could always spit on it. I know that bloke did. What's his name? Oh, Heath Ledger, he spat on it.
You know that on YouTube, they've been issuing one episode of Babylon 5 a week.
Really?
Yeah, they started that a couple of weeks back.
I don't have to do that. I've got them all on my Jellyfin server.
Ooh.
The Iceman Cometh says, this is getting very informative.
Yeah,
It is.
I think we're talking more about other stuff than we are the episode, because that's
Yeah.
infinitely more interesting than what's going on screen.
It is. Atom Gray says they're all very punchable. Yes, they are. Nice. I like a man who vapes on stream.
I do.
Mine's louder than yours.
I used to smoke on stream, but I've given that up as of January.
I can't fault you. Argentum also says, I used to like Generations, but I can't watch it anymore. Star Trek The Return fixes it, though. Skyfire says, agreed, Trev. I can't remember. Are you on about Babylon 5? Because we've kind of gone off the track, but it's not hard reviewing this. Oh, this is a good point. Argentum says, almost everything has the music at the same volume level as dialogue. I can think of a film which is the epitome of that, and that's Interstellar. What an awful film to watch.
Never seen it.
Really?
No, never seen it.
Don't watch it. Hans Zimmer's soundtrack is all over the place.
That's quite unusual for Zimmer.
It's not him. It's whoever mixed the audio. Iceman says, peak CGI for me was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Really? Keep bringing the information. It's saving our brain cells. Oh, not Z3PO. Wasn't B5 done on Amigas? It was indeed.
Yes.
By Ron Thornton, who cut his teeth on Blake 7 at the BBC.
Very
Interestingly
impressive
enough.
use for them as well. It was one of the things that made me get an Amiga.
What, because of B5?
Yeah.
Lightwave, if I remember right. Was it Lightwave?
I can't remember what the program was. It could very well have been Lightwave.
I think it was, you know.
I mostly used it for games and demos.
Oh, Speedball 2. Did you ever play that?
Oh, Speedball 2. Let's Speedball 1 as well.
Yeah, that's a great game. What was that one I used to like? That the driving game. Oh,
Armageddon.
No. Atom Gray says too much dynamic range in audio mixing now. Can't hear 90% of the dialogue at a reasonable volume anymore. Yeah, there's too many different formats that they've mucked about with and got none of them right. Boomer 444 says she looks like a bloke with a wig on. Kind of.
And everybody in the episode talks like they've got paper in their mouth.
K70, hello there.
General Kenobi.
Sorry, I can only do Megatron. K70 says, played that on my Atari ST. What are you on about, Speedball?
Probably very popular at the time.
I tell you what, I did like. Do you remember? First, there was menace. Now, DMA. I can't do it. Was it DMA in association with Psygnosis presents Blood Money? Did you ever play Blood Money?
I never played Blood Money, no.
Oh, what a game. That's got such a great, I mean, it's got a fantastic intro bit of music by a guy called Ray Norrish, who I met once, and he was like, who are you?
I spent far too much time playing Lemmings and Defender of the Crown.
My mate wrote the music to Lemmings, Tim. Yeah. He's a nice bloke as well. He also did the first two Wipeout soundtracks. If you ever played that on the PS1. We're getting right off track here. Let me speed through some of these slides. We'll be here all night. But old Caleb, he just can't wait to get away from this chick. And I don't blame him one bit. But what's that? Hello? Is somebody there? Says Darren. And this is just like such a cliche in terms of like setups. Because this has never been done before in any TV show or film ever.
The caption says it's a Keonian pebble rolling, but it just looks like a gold nugget. And I just thought, ooh. That's...
Gold nuggets, yeah. Golden nuggets. Not magically delicious. That's Lucky Charms, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, like you said, it's a Keonian pebble, which just looks like a gold nugget. And he goes to pick it up, and then he realizes what that means, because there's an implication with this thing. And then there's a guy giving him some manhandleisms.
Yes, which is odd. I mean, Starfleet Academy is built into the Athena, is it not?
Yeah, true.
So the Athena didn't detect or set off any alerts when the kidnappers portaled aboard, or when they portaled out.
I know there's a reduced amount of staff there. Most of the faculty's gone because of this half-term thingy. But like you say, there are sensors. Surely they're still on board, some kind of security in place.
Yeah.
Like you say, why alarm bells? Why isn't Tuvok running down there? So anyway, he gets manhandled and taken away by some dodgy-looking bloke, and she looks a bit butch. I noticed a big error with this week. If they're Keonians, right?
Yes.
And this whole wedding theme, which goes on a little bit later, which takes place on the Keonian moon.
Yeah.
Why aren't they all in fish scales? Why are they all as human?
Yeah, you would have thought that the wedding ceremony itself, they would have all been in Keonian form.
Yeah. So why not? Is that for our benefit, or because they won't spend any of that 10 million on real special effects?
I think that is the case, because they're all human looking for some reason, which doesn't make sense. And for a fish person having a beard?
Yeah. Well, apparently Darren's really good at dry cleaning, because of the whole fish thing, right? But Gaydon's like, Kyle has splashed out on my Hawaiian shirt. Can you take a look? What's going on here? And he's in a skirt again. Apparently that's a Klingon kilt. I don't think so.
Klingons aren't Scottish.
No, they're not.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
K70 says, what the fuck is he wearing? He's got a skirt on, mate.
I know that this is a reference back to the scants that they used in TNG season 1, but they got rid of those really quickly.
They were in the pilot only, weren't they?
Yeah, I believe so. Encounter at Farpoint, and you only see a couple of guys wearing them.
Yeah. Not only can you do CrossFit on the Enterprise, you can also cross-dress.
So off they pop on their portal, which doesn't set off any alarms. Fantastic.
Which do you think's better, Portal or Portal 2?
Oh, I haven't played either.
Oh, I like Portal 2, to be fair. Thank you for getting back to me last night. I did not expect to get an answer. I keep seeing that old boy with the sniper playing Battlefield.
Oh, and I thought,
now I've got a computer what I can actually play games on. I might have a go at that. But how old is that guy? Grandpa Gaming.
I think he's 71 years old.
And is he former Vietnam vet or something?
Yeah. Well, I think he is. Yeah, because he is an excellent bloody shot.
Yeah, he gets pink mist every time, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, but I used to play things like Doom, Quake. I played a lot of Quake and
Dun, 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 dun,
Unreal
dun,
Tournament,
dun, dun,
which
dun,
I'm absolutely
dun.
overjoyed about because Unreal Tournament 2004 has just been made free for everybody, and all the servers are starting up again, and
Really?
it's becoming popular again. Yay! Which is great because I'm
Oh,
really good at Unreal Tournament 2004.
yeah. I loved Quake back in the day. OK70 does too.
In
Cartoon
in
Man
fact,
says modern kilts look suspiciously like school uniform skirts. They
I'm
do.
gonna pop a link in the chat. If you ever want to play Unreal Tournament 2004 for free, download it there.
I'll put that on the screen in case anybody.
Yep.
Why is that? Why is that not coming up? There we go. Miasma rocks. I like the sound of that.
Great bunch of people. So they've actually got together with the original developers, and they've agreed that they can distribute it for free. It's a whole new package with new patches, lots of bug fixes, new textures, maps, and it's becoming very popular. I mean, I was playing last night. There
Oh,
were 32 people on the same game.
really?
Yeah, playing
Um,
vehicle capture the flag. It was great.
I think I'm gonna have to give that a definite bash. But
Give it a
anyway,
go.
let's drag somebody through a portal and not set any sensors off at all. How unbelievable is that? And
Definitely.
then leave the portal running. There is a glory hole in.
I must
That's-
go in it.
This reminds me of the toilets in the space bogs. Glory holes aplenty. Perhaps today is a good day to go in the bogs.
George, what are you doing here?
Oh dear. Fancy bumping into you here. Oh dear. Look at that. He's like, oh, glory hole. That's what's going through his head there.
I'm going in.
I'm going in before they doctor his voice in post. They make his voice sound like that. Yeah, but he doesn't even sound like that. He couldn't even get in that register if he tried. So anyway, straight through, and that's the sunset moon of Keonia.
Yes.
Or is it Keon? It says the Keonian realm, but is that a moon of Keonia Prime?
Probably. But this portal takes them directly to that moon,
Yeah.
which is later described as an artificial single point wormhole. So this means that the Keonians had a system of interplanetary travel without the need for warp drive,
Yeah.
and they didn't share it.
A bit like the Ionians. Iconians? Do you remember that
Iconians.
episode? That was a great episode of Next Gen.
I mean, this would have come in really handy during the burn. You would have thought they would have shared it with their allies.
Yeah.
And what I don't understand is Gaiden went in immediately after them,
And they've disappeared.
and they've disappeared. In fact,
Yeah.
they're in a building 100 meters away from where he comes out.
Those lamps look very much like mushrooms I like.
They
Anyway,
look like
moving swiftly.
mini caretakers from Voyager.
I do, yeah, a tiny bit. I didn't notice that. Gaiden's got colour in his hair. Doesn't match his uniform, though. You'd have thought he'd have gone with blue.
Do you think the carpet matches the drapes?
I shaved down below because Kyle doesn't like Klingon pubes. Apparently they're like razor blades or porcupine needles.
Ouch.
K70 says, so it's a Stargate knockoff. A little bit, yeah.
Mm.
Boomer 444 says we were spared Picardo this week. Oh, yeah. That guy, I had a lot of respect for that guy. But when he started shilling really hard, and that was
He did
it.
it so badly.
He did, didn't he? And he's just been like, yeah, they're paying you. Don't knock it.
Yeah, and we only get Laura Fox's voice this week. We don't get to see her again.
We were
So that's
spared.
2 episodes where she's not appeared in person. Yay!
Thing is, when she's on that call a little bit later on, I thought it was a bloke, and I thought, why are they talking to some London bloke? What am I here? I thought it was a cab driver from London. Yeah, I'll take you round the Elephant and Castle, mate. Yeah, Jim Davison lives down there, mate. Yeah.
Where you going? What you doing? Who you seeing? Hey, hey.
Yeah. You can't smoke in here, mate. Health and safety. I've got all the Chazza Days classics.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Got more rabbit than Sainsbury's. Oh dear. Well, this was like a poor setup as well. I half expected there to be a twist in this whole affair here, because she seemed rather overly pally with that girl to her left, and they were holding hands. And I thought there'd be a bit of lemon meringue going off.
I think there probably is, because at the end of the episode, she is trying her very best to get him to abdicate so she can be queen on her own.
Oh yeah. What's up with the back of his hair?
He's got that.
He's got that crowny thorny. Yeah, of course. Totally forgot. I thought Jaden might have spaffed off on him. Just
there's something about Mary going on.
I can't tell you who this girl is because they haven't updated the credits on IMDb yet. In fact, there's only 3 people in the cast credits: Holly Hunter, Stephen Colbert, and Britt Marling. But I got kind of a cute Samantha Mumba type vibe from this chick. But not quite as gorgeous as Samantha Mumba. Oh.
But she's Kiara.
Should we go with that?
Yeah. I'll be your dog.
That got banned, didn't it? I can't believe that.
Oh,
that was a harmless childhood advert from our past. If you know, you know, guys, don't you? But basically, she's the princess of Keonia Prime. I am Gaiden. So? Yeah, so? But he looks a tulip there. And why aren't they all in fish form? Meanwhile.
Well, they do explain this, because it's later said that the core stopped spinning and all the water evaporated. Now, I actually looked this up, that if a magnetic field and the core stopped spinning, the mantle of the crust would still keep rotating. So the magnetic field would weaken and eventually collapse over centuries to millennia. It wouldn't be an instant thing. But without a strong magnetic field, solar wind would strip away the atmosphere over geological times of millions of years, similar to what happened on Mars.
Yeah, I was going to say Mars.
Atmosphere is thinned sufficiently, the surface water, the oceans, would no longer be protected, and it would evaporate into space and get lost to solar winds. So what they're saying is technically correct. However, they wouldn't be able to breathe on that moon, and they would all die from radiation poisoning.
I'm thinking of a Russ Abbott song, but we'll move swiftly on. Atmosphere, I love a party with... I can't even remember. Oh, this is the bit, where they're playing Toxic or Not, which is a completely made-up game. Genesis is just winging it here, and she's a bit crap at it, to be fair.
This is the stupidest game to play in the galaxy. It's like a futuristic version of Cake or Death. I was actually hoping at one point that Genesis was going to stick a hand into a tub full of molecular acid.
I was hoping for a facehugger.
That would have been great, wouldn't it? Put her hand in there and it leaps across the room straight onto her face.
That would have been great. Atom Gray makes a very good point here. Attractive women? Something's gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, but it's the future, and arranged marriages are still present and portrayed as a good thing.
Yeah. How's that working out for 9-year-olds?
Exactly.
Skyfire85, World of Sport, says, to be fair, they're all toxic. I agree with that statement. That's true. But then again, he puts his hand in there, and it's just, you know what's coming. It's just so obvious. There's no expectation of disappointment, because you already know you're going to be disappointed. Ooh. What's your all-day vape at the moment? Anything exciting? Because it's going to be more exciting than talking about this.
I only vape menthol.
Ah. Well, I'm sporting Cherry Passion, which is a 70-30.
When I did smoke, it used to infuriate me immensely going out to the smoking area and everybody was puffing out huge billowing clouds of candy floss.
Yeah. Cloud chasers. But she is quite an attractive young lady. Obviously too young for me.
Yeah,
But like I say, she's got a bit more of a Samantha Mumba vibe. I'd give it a go. But
definitely. I mean, it's obviously not a first cousin thing going on there.
nah. But Durham, I think he's just cacking himself at the thought of having to do any heterosexual things.
Mm. I mean, like at the start of the episode, he was just saying to everybody, "Say hi to your sister. Say hi to your sister," like he'd
Mm.
backed every single one of them. So
Yeah.
I find it kind of incredulous that right the way through this episode, he's going, "Oh, I love you so much. Oh, you're
Well,
the only
isn't
one
there
for
a
me."
theory that when people are overly like, oh, yeah, I've done your sister and I've done your mum and all this, they tend to be the ones that are hiding their sexuality because they're really on the other bus?
Oh, it could well be.
I mean, it's just tuppence's worth of psychology there, but we actually see some heterosexual tashing on. And
Mm.
what a refreshing change. I'm sure there'll be people in forums that will be, going out of the mind, going how toxic. I mean, it's not Friday, so I can't do the Frigay thing.
Yeah,
Thursday doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
and we find out that Kyra's parents are abdicating after the wedding, so she's effectively the queen in waiting. So
Yeah,
Darren would be king of the Keonians. So we're looking at a storyline where a male is presented with responsibility.
and he
So
cags it.
obviously,
Do you know what went through my head when I saw this flag waving in the wind?
someone's died.
No. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I was thinking Police Academy.
Yes.
Anyway, as it turns out, that thing, what was in that tub, is a warp slug. What
Mm,
bollocks?
absolutely. I mean, they couldn't have utilized this after the burn to try and, you know,
Yeah.
travel, perhaps, find
I
out what
mean,
makes them tick.
I
You know,
don't think
like
you could
they
get a
see.
saddle on it.
No, but you could have find out something with their physiology that you might have been able to implement, a bit like the mycelium drive in Discovery.
Yeah. It's not very magic, though. Now, am I wrong in thinking that phasers actually shoot out ice now? Like Iceman from the X-Men?
I think it's a hypo spray,
I
but
wasn't quite sure.
it's a hypo spray which is directional and they can fire.
Only in this show.
Only in this show.
Only in this show. But they got it. Genesis
Pretty-
doesn't look any better looking at this angle, although she's got less of a neck.
I don't know. Her face seems to have thinned out at this angle.
Maybe she's not ovulating now. Or maybe she's been expunged. So I think there was a sort of like a bit of a would-be moment brewing.
Mm.
But Professor Les, she's on a long-distance call with that other Les, that Lursa turd, is it?
Laura Thok.
Lyra Thok, yeah.
And they're not beating the statistics of lesbian relationships being irrational partnerships where they were constantly arguing and sometimes succumb to violence.
I don't think Jet Reno would stand much of a chance between a Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrid, although
Because
it should not exist in the first place.
who in their relationship makes the sandwiches?
Yeah. I tell you something, it must be a hell of a relationship. It must take some licking.
It must certainly, yes.
Well, anyway, old Jet Reno, what a stupid fucking name for a character. She's banged her toe. I can't remember the reason, and I really don't care. But anyway, old spunky warp speed slug is up on that wall there, and it's excreting some kind of resin.
Yes.
But excreted from what? Anyway, that's a different film.
You don't
Different
want to
franchise.
get jizz on the leather.
No. Oh, I bet she's never experienced the wax of man. Another foot in this episode, says Boomer 444. Why would anybody be interested in her feet? Why would anybody be interested in her full stop? But there's a bit of tension here and it creates a bit of gaping, I think. Here we go. Bit of a drip.
About to come on ahead.
And yeah, look at Genesis. She's such a marvellous character. She can do anything. She's the Mary Sue of the week.
absolutely can, because Caleb goes on to say, I would have never have made that shot, but
No.
Genesis did.
Yeah,
Genesis did it because she's the bestest ever.
I wonder if B40 has any relevance in universe. Or Y83? Is that 83? I haven't got my reading glasses on.
Yes, Y83.
I wonder. Anyway, I'm not overly enthused to find out. Meanwhile, on the planet of whatever the fuck, Durham's actually gone and tied the knot. I think. No, hang on a minute. Oh, Trevor. It's all right.
Loaded the wrong slides.
I know. I'm such a Tango Whiskey Alpha Tango. And this made me laugh. Like you said, you know, he's followed them straight through that portal and they're already over there and he's awake again. But let's just like lift a rock. Why has it got Klingon teeth? It's just not fitting for the character.
It's not. Oh, this is
I
back
have
at the
got
start of
pearly
the
whites.
episode.
It's like he's been using pearl drops for a month.
Isn't this at the start of the episode? This is when he's just come through the portal, is it not?
Yeah, but there was a big gap. Anyway, because they kind of like split it up, don't they? They keep zigzagging between a bit with Genesis and whatnot.
Mm.
And then they go over to Keonia. I was quite liberal with the slides this week. So we had that bit where Jaden went through the holes, and then we went on to this whole bit with mucking about with space slugs, what travel at warp speed. Thing is, though, that was total bollocks as well. If that slug was traveling at warp speed, they wouldn't even have seen it move, because warp speed would be faster than light. Therefore, you would not be able to see it, because as a relative viewer, you would not have noticed the transition. It would have just simply vanished from your perspective.
Yep. Blinked out of existence and reappeared somewhere else. You certainly wouldn't see it streak across the room.
So that's why it's because we have these choppy changey bits, you see, because it keeps going from one bit to another. Or maybe I have fucked up with the slides again.
You have, because they've already played Cake or Death.
Fuck's sake. Affinity, since it's updated to this new version, all it's done is screw me over.
Because the next part that we were supposed to be going to after this is where they hack into the bridge.
Let me just scroll through everything. Yeah, it's done everything bloody back to front again. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, you're right. Now, I tell you what, if I go right to the beginning of here and go backwards.
Oh, there we go. There, that's where we should be.
No, not quite. Not quite. It's done, for some reason, when I export these, it's doing them all back to front, and it'll only do 100 slides at a time, you see. So, yeah, we got to this bit, didn't we?
No.
Oh, it's proper twatted them up, hasn't it?
It has.
Oh.
So,
where'd you want to go?
We're at the bit where they just hacked into the bridge and Gaydon is in the dress. So he's back. So they go.
Hang on a minute, because we've just had that bit with Tig. Hang on a minute. So, yeah, here we go. So we should be about here, because that's where that space jizz was. So if I start moving forward from here, there we go. So, yeah, space jizz, they're all ha about it. And then we get this bit of a pre-wedding bit, and this is where he's going to have him as his best man. Sorry about the slides, folks. I don't understand why these software companies release a new version of a piece of software and not fully test it out. Because it's done this not once, but 3 times on these slides. So anyway, yeah, we're having this bit of a moment where she gets this idea about getting on the bridge.
Yeah, so apparently the entrances to the bridge is the hardest thing to hack.
Oh, yeah, it would be.
It would be. I bet they have trouble getting in there.
He didn't have trouble getting in there last week because he's reminiscing
No.
about that whole mental model thing. And Genesis is quick to defend her and say, "Oh, well, it's a beautiful thing because she opened up to you. That's why she let you in." Until she pressed Teddy Ruxpin's belly. Oh,
Oh,
look,
yes.
Tatiana Maslany. She looks a She-Hulk to me.
Well, she won't be playing She-Hulk anymore.
No. Poor Scotty. He's denied a wankage. Yeah, so we have all these. I notice it's very flashback. It's almost like a bottle episode in a way.
Yeah, but they've put filler within the filler.
There's more filler than a Botox centre. Well, yeah, Genesis is just smug. All the way through. She has no humility whatsoever. Whereas Caleb should have oceans of humility himself, being the underprivileged kid who's now in a world where he has access to privilege, and he's just so ungrateful about everything.
Yes.
So meanwhile, back on the sunset moon,
Hey,
here he is.
Gaten's in a dress again.
Any excuse to cross-dress.
He's gay now. He's gay.
He is. He's Gaydon. And that's equally as on the other bus, I think. Yeah, again, why aren't they in the traditional... They're in their own environment, these Keonians.
Yes.
So why are they still...
Yes,
they've got to be duplicitous characters. Why do they have to pose as humans on other worlds?
Or even their own world. Why do they have to do that if it's a traditional Keonian ceremony? I mean, we already found out from the first episode that he doesn't actually need water to turn into his fish form because he went out onto the hull of the Athena. So he can turn into that form at any time from a limited period, but he doesn't even do that for the purposes of the wedding.
Worse than TNG Shades of Grey, says Gav.
Now, calm down.
Yeah. Our Gentum says he's one of those kids who thinks the world owes him. Yeah.
Definitely.
I think he's got a massive chip on his shoulder. But look at my teeth. Aren't they gorgeous?
They're fantastic. Klingon dentists are the best in the galaxy.
Yeah. I mean, Mr. Worf looked like he'd never seen Oral-B. Or C. Or D. Or a toothbrush, for that matter.
Gaydon says he doesn't like the cold, and because his dress is made out of scales or some sort of fish creature, but that doesn't really scan because they didn't seem to have a problem with it on Rura Penthe.
No, and I mean I know Kronos was a geothermic planet, and they did have warmer temperatures, but Klingons are hardy species.
They are. They can exist pretty much anywhere. I mean, his family settled on a quite nice forest moon of Endor a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah.
So they can thrive in any environment.
I think Darren was kind of wanting Gaydon to turn him around. But I think what you've got here are two bottoms. Two bottoms don't make a top, apparently.
They don't, no.
I'll take my jacket off and get rather remarkably relaxed. There is such a gay undercurrent running all the way through this show. I'm not bumming you, I'm into Kyle, literally. No, Kyle's into you, mate.
Well, this is because all the writers in this are part of the LGBT LMNP cult.
Oh, right. And Ted Rogers' fingers going 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, bum.
Yeah. Fancy a bum.
Ooh.
But it was all, I don't know, like you say, it's just a non-entity. If this was a car, I'd almost say, you can't park there, sir. Here we go. You can't get on a bridge of a Federation starship, but woo, let's see. Caleb is the bestest hacker ever. As long as it's for Genesis. Look at her, she's tiny.
So they've hacked into the bridge, and they then go on to start warming up the impulse engines and loading up all the ship's systems. And again, no alerts go off.
Yeah. And they wonder why Jet Reno turns up. I mean, I know she's a professor now, but she has an engineering background. And you're telling me firing up the impulse engines and, almost firing up the warp reactor isn't going to raise alarms at all?
No, not at all. Not one bit.
And another thing I thought was quite incredulous too. I mean,
Mm.
she's done all this. Fair enough. Caleb knows, he realizes towards the end that he's getting bullshitted into doing this. And Genesis is doing all this elaborate scheme so she can sit in the captain's chair. But really, it's to get that, it's like an isolinear chip, isn't it?
It is. Now, why does the captain's chair have a chip synthesizer? Surely this would be located in engineering and sciences. I mean, why, what possible purpose would a captain have a need for this apart from making the plot happen? I mean, it's already been established in this series that the captain already has access to all the ship's databases by biometric security. That's established. What is this plot device?
Yeah, that's all it is. An empty one at that, to be fair. Atom Gray says, why is the bridge even empty?
Spring break.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter whether you have to be on guard and on command and at your post. It's spring break. So they've got to beam into Tijuana to see some woman screw a horse.
Yeah, aliens can portal into your academy. People can break into your bridge, start accessing your databases and firing up the warp engines, and nothing happens.
No consequences for these kids. Genesis wants to be the bestest ever. She is the Mary Sue of the episode. But we established that earlier on anyway. And then you've got this character. Oh, and then you realise you're all in deep shit. Star Trek isn't about sweary Marys. I mean, fair enough. The highlight of Generations was Data going, oh, shit.
Yes, that's because they never swore and it was unexpected.
No. And you count up how many times there was a curse word in the original series. How many?
The original series, none.
Exactly. How many in Next Gen?
One. And that was in the TNG movie. And Picard says murd once.
Yeah. At DS9, I don't think I ever heard a swear word.
Nope.
Voyager?
Didn't happen.
No.
But here, they're throwing around the swearies all the time.
Anything new Trek, and it's open season on language. I mean, fair enough, you had Kirk with the whole Klingon bastard. I mean, not only did he say it in Star Trek 3, he also said it in Star Trek 5. I can't remember if he actually swore in The Undiscovered Country.
No,
but he definitely said it in 5. And the closest we got in 4 was a double dumbass on you. And that was it.
That's barely even a swear.
Yeah. It was fun, though. But anyway, Derham's getting married to Samantha Mumba.
Do you know in the previous scene when they were trying on their clothes? And Derham has a panic attack.
And he ripped his the back of his suit.
Yeah, and I don't understand why Gaydon was telling Derham to breathe, because wasn't it in episode 4, it was Derham who taught Jaden a breathing technique to help him overcome his fear.
He taught him the Keonian battle thingy.
Yeah, the battle breathing or stress breathing ritual.
Yeah.
But now he's doing the same thing back, but not doing the chant with him. It would have been a nice callback if they'd actually reversed the situation and had Jaden doing that to Derham, just telling him, remember what you taught me.
Yeah.
To calm him down.
That would follow and it would make sense.
Yeah, logistically, but no, just as a panic attack. And now they're over it, and Derham and Karina are king and queen of Keonia. Is that right?
Well, she's a princess, isn't she? She's the
queen to be. Her parents are going to abdicate after the wedding, so they are effectively king and queen now.
Yeah. Skyfire, World of Sport, says perhaps it's time for a more colourful metaphor. And as our gentleman rightly says, Data swearing that one time was funny and it fit the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I would swear too if you put Troy in command of the Enterprise and the first thing she does is crash it.
Beagle Reloaded over on Rumble says he can't breathe. Relax, dear, relax. Will a double dumbass on you. I love it. Oh, I don't know. It's just Trek in name only. It really is a poor effort.
It is.
And would you pick Gaydon as your best man?
No, I certainly wouldn't. I mean, he makes, is it a joke? Because he says that at this point you would bite him on the nose and break each other's clavicles. But
That's a little bit later on. That's after, isn't it? At the
is it really?
Yeah. We're getting close to it though, or maybe it is that bit. Yeah, it is that
No,
bit. You're right.
it is that
You're
bit,
right.
yeah. But we get to see a traditional clean wedding in the DS9 episode in season 6. You're cordially invited. So I don't know what he's talking about. That doesn't happen in traditional Klingon weddings.
Yeah. Cat jam. What's all that about? R plus cat jam. Says B-roll stage over on Rumble. I'm not quite au fait with the old rumblage, you know, but I'm trying. But she's thoroughly impressed. I don't think she was genuinely into him. You know?
I don't think so either. I think she wanted to be queen on her own all along.
I think she wanted a queen with a queen with another kind of queen.
Obviously, getting the ceremony out of the way so her parents can step down, and then she'll be elevated and just get rid of the baggage, and she can rule on her own.
Yeah. I mean, who exactly were her parents?
And why don't we get to see them?
Yeah, unless it's a bunch of those people in the background a little bit later on. Skyfire says it's an animated emoji on Rumble. Ah, right, I get you. I tell you, this girl does kind of resemble, you know, the girl who played Taylor in Stargate Atlantis, Rachel Luttrell.
Oh, yes, she was
She looks
lovely.
a little bit like her, doesn't she?
No.
Oh, fuck you then.
No, she doesn't.
No, bollocks then. But I would dare him. I mean, he's lapping it up. He's really into it. And he's in for a world of hurt. Perhaps today is a good day to drink Newcastle Brown. What? Has this titted up on here or what? Oh, here we go. Yeah. We get to the bollocking bit now. Because you can't just walk in, you know, onto the bridge of a starship. There are consequences. But Caleb tries to take the heat for her. Or at least Genesis fesses up, because she's not all sweetness and light, and you know, she's the Admiral's daughter. She'd obviously been a bit rebellious at one time or another and got herself in some hot water. Maybe she went to Ricer and got railed, and it's on the intergalactic YouTube.
It might very well be, but didn't she fake her testimonials?
No, she doctored them. Because the testimonials obviously include what she did wrong. So there's obviously real versions of those knocking about somewhere. And she's absolutely cacking it about being exposed. But Elastigirl, she's not impressed. But then again, I mean, it does this. I noticed that, I don't know whether it's the editing or what, but they seem to flip from one thing to another, to another, to another. It's like they don't let you get into it. And when you do start feeling it a little bit, it's like, bump, we'll take you away to something else.
They're not even smooth transitions. It's just like chop, 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 chop. It's
they're
like
not even jump cuts either. They're just really, I don't know, they're jarry. You know? The editing is piss poor on this show. Whoever the editor is, I can do a better job than you. And I've only been video editing about, how long have I been at it now? About a year?
Yeah, about a year. Well, just over a year, because you had your 1 year anniversary about a month ago.
Yeah, that's right. So I've been at it about 13 months.
Yeah.
So I can do a better job than whoever's doing it over at there. But you could tell, look, just going back to that one before we go to the next one, she's already plotted. She's already plotted the downfall.
Yeah,
she's
definitely
very tactical.
Her feelings for him are a lie, and she actually guilt trips him into splitting up.
Yeah, she does. She makes it feel like he's doing her a favor.
Yeah, she literally urges him to step down and fuck off. What a bitch.
Oh, well, I think you should. I mean, Durham is fully committed to serving his people in a royal capacity. But she's like, well, you know, I've had you here to do what I need you to do. Now I need you to chuff off. Yeah, so she's just pretty much manipulated him to the point of...
You have to follow your own path, Durham, and not be here with me.
Yeah.
While she's eyeing up her, whatever it is.
I think
coasting.
she was eyeing up that beaky chick who she was holding hands with in
Exactly.
the early part of the show.
'Cause
Skyfire85 World of Sport says the editing is very Gen Z coded. No shot can last longer than a TikTok video. I kind of agreed to that. You know, it's
absolutely,
the
and this is definitely a series that they've made for people to watch on their iPhones,
yeah.
you know, when you're distracted by something else.
Derham's he's absolutely gutted inside. She's just destroyed him. I mean, she's shitting his cereal from a great height.
Yeah, I mean, he's overcome his fear and is fully prepared to do what his people expect him to
Yeah.
do and step up to the plate. And she's like, "Nah, mate, off you go."
Girl bosses need to be girl bossing.
She can do it on
And
her own. She don't need no man.
that's who she's interested in. The girl who Gaydon's talking to.
The one with the lesbian haircut.
And the beaky nose.
Yeah,
She
looks
reminds
the
me of
sort.
somebody.
Does.
Maybe somebody from Coronation Street. I'm not quite
Oh
sure.
no, she reminds me of
Right.
the woman on Fallout who wants to be in the armor, but she can't. She's pretending to be a man.
Now you've said that, I know who she reminds me of now, and it is somebody from Fallout. Lucy McLean's brother. You know, the beaky nose little shit.
Yes, I know
Doesn't she?
exactly who
Look,
you
look
mean.
at her.
Yes, she does. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Except the nose is a little bit too small.
Wasn't he Bozo in Ender's Game?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I watched that movie.
The guy who ends up with a broken neck. That had a... Yeah, I like Ender's Game as a film. It had so much promise. They kind of ballsed it up a little bit in places.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of do. Wasn't it a book adaptation?
It was.
Yeah.
The books are far better, to be fair.
Well, most books are. I mean, the disappointment I felt when I came out of Ready Player One was immeasurable. I thought the book was a work of art, and I loved every second of reading it.
The book is fantastic. I'll give you that.
The movie, oh, please.
Wade Owen Wilson. Wow. Anyway. But yeah, she convinces him it's the right thing to do. But she's just manipulated him. Totally. And she's selling it to him so well. But he's so gutted. All he wanted to do was do the honourable thing and represent his people at the highest level. And she's just totally pulled the rug out from under him, so she can chew some rug later with Lucy McLean's brother.
Yes, I know this means a lot to you, but you'd be better off as a cadet in Starfleet.
Yeah. Why don't you, I'll tell you what, you go back to Starfleet and I'll send you a box of curly whirlies.
Yeah, and I'll wear the crown here and rule over it like a benevolent leader because got a girl boss.
Yeah. And that's the future princess of Keonia. I've just had a really awful thought, right? If these people are essentially humanoid fishes.
Yes.
What do the muffs taste like?
Chicken.
Like KFC. Oh dear. You literally get a greasy box to put your bone in. Gaydon knows there's something not quite right. But she's just completely crushed him. And she's making it look like she's doing him a favour.
Yeah, like it's his choice, which it totally isn't.
No. He's just been played.
Yes.
And your ball's in at the door.
I'm surprised he reacts in such a way that he is, because he's going, oh yeah, you're right.
Why didn't he just go, just wind your neck in, bitch. I'm going to be the king in 5 minutes. You need to take a sit back, you know?
Yeah, it was time for him to man up and not wimp out. But
yeah,
the simp that he is, he's like, well, I suppose I better go then.
Beagle Reloaded says finger licking good. Thanks for the thought, Trev, says Argentum. I do apologise, not. Anyway, yeah, but he's pretending to be cock-a-hoop about it, putting on a brave face. Maybe Jaden will give him a gobble on the way home.
Maybe.
But look, everybody's like looking. Oh. So who is that? Her mum and dad? I'm guessing so.
Maybe.
The vicar looks sketchy though. The space vicar. Come pray with me, my son. I'm no son of yours. That reminds me of a great film that I'm going to be doing on Just Great Movies one time. Not until
So
Halloween, though.
Keonia is a water planet, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Why have they got black people there?
Yeah.
It's not in Africa, is there? They're all underwater, are they not?
Well, she's got a tan.
Doesn't make sense, but then again, nothing in this series does.
Diversity is our strength. Diversity is our strength. Bend over.
You are right to leave. You are pussy.
Yeah, he is. And he's just absolutely gutted, but he's let it happen. He didn't want it deep down. He was just going to do it to serve his people, which is, while I suppose a very selfless thing to do, he's actually very selfish at heart because he's having too much of a good time at Starfleet Academy. Because I think on his planet, even though he was going to become the king, I don't think he's well liked. His parents, where are his parents? Where are his siblings? None of them are about. And then, before you know it, they're all back at Starfleet Academy. Like nothing had happened. It's just like carry on regardless. Oh yeah, Kyle's there. Kyle carried on going to Ibiza. He'll be in a nightclub somewhere. He'll be one of those rave clubs, blowing his whistle with his shirt off.
Oh, can you see that?
What?
List of names. The top name on the far right-hand side.
Tony Newsom, Admiral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who played Dax and co-wrote the episode. She's like self-inserted herself on the board as well.
Oh, yeah.
And Admiral Alex Taub.
Yeah. Oh, Admiral Jonathan Frakes.
Oh, right at the bottom. Admiral Alex Kurtzman.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
What?
They think so much of themselves, don't
they just? Captain Chakotay. It was never established what happened to Chakotay after Voyager returned to Earth.
Well, obviously he got his own ship. He was completely forgiven for all of his crimes with the Maquis.
Oh, yeah. Like Starfleet does that. They never let it, they just let it all just, water under the bridge, mate. How many people did you kill during the Maquis War?
3.
Yes. Bill, Brian, and Colin, they all stood in a line. Hello, Kyle. And this was just needless at this point. And we know Darham's a bit of a nice guy, but he's so insecure. Adam Gray says it's a tribute. No, not really. It's a slap in the face. Mind you, Frakes he ain't going to turn work down, is he?
Oh, look,
finally
Kyle.
get a kiss.
It's a kiss.
Yeah.
Jaden's gay now. You know he's gay. You didn't.
Yeah.
You know he's gay. He's also sunburned because he's white and stupid.
Would Gaden, would he get sunburnt or would he just go crispier?
I don't know.
Because he already looks like against us, doesn't he?
Would his Mars bar head melt?
Yeah. Oh dear. I'm surprised Kyle has even had time to get sunburned because I'd have thought he'd have had his face in a pillow.
Yeah. I mean, they only got 4 days off. He's severely sunburnt for 4 days.
Yeah. Global warming, that's what it's down to. What? I wish I hadn't looked up from my game. What? Anyway. Ooh. Stick your head out in the sun, did you? Darham goes dead bitchy here. Not at all gay.
And Jaden did say nobody likes Darham. Doesn't he?
There is that. There is a bit too much of that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it was going to happen, he would let it happen. And I think he'd be quite... Arjen says she's multitasking and playing Pokemon. I looked up and saw that. Right. It's all right. And then he goes, asshole. He's got to be a dick about stuff, hasn't he? It's just a defense mechanism on Darham's part. We can all see that. But look who's dragging him away, Kyle. We know who the daddy is there, don't we?
He's obviously missed out on the spring break, so he's got to catch up for lost time before classes start again.
And isn't it a coincidence that the Keonian queen-to-be chose that time? Yeah, how did she know it was spring break?
Exactly.
All very coincidental. Derham here, he's like got that look of, I wish I was doing the bumming or being bummed. There is an air of that, if you know what I mean. Meanwhile, in the future, they've got £5 mops from Poundland.
How have they got extendable power mops in the future? Surely they would have some sort of futuristic tech, laser cleaning, evaporating the dirt from the floor. But this is just a £10 extendable power mop.
Yeah. Even in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, they had like janitor people going around and they got those backpack mop things. So look at that. That's just from Home Bargain.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's all we've got like community service. Was it a couple of 100 hours each?
200 hours.
That's not fair on Caleb, really, because he got suckered into doing that for her, thinking he was doing something nice for her. It's not as if he'd got any investment in tuppinage, if you know what I mean. Well, there we go. £5 mops from Home Bargain.
Christ alive.
But he's gone back to doing, like, everybody said to him, look, just write that well, not even writing it. Just record that message and just fucking hit send. And he actually listens for a change and he just lets it come out from the heart. But he's still got an air of smug prickedness about him. And there's just like this meteor shower to wrap up the episode. And everybody comes together. Kyle with his scabby face. Obviously, I think I know what's happened there. He's got muck chucked on him in Ibiza.
You think so? He's got a skin infection.
I think, yeah, maybe a touch of scabies. Who knows?
You're thinking somebody's missed the glass coffee table?
I think it was, a bit of an extreme Pyrex party. And yeah, somebody overshot the mark somewhat.
Were you unfaithful to me? Oh, no, not at all.
What is that funny chlorine smell about you?
What happens in Ibiza stays in Ibiza.
Stays in Ibiza. But I closed a lot of men while I was there. Oh, it was like working at a juice factory. But everybody's amazed. I mean, look at that. They've like got some token ugly people in the background to make Derham look that bit extra. I mean, Derham's no looker, to be fair. I mean, I'm no oil painting, but put me next to him and I get the action. Bragging. Oh, look, it's fish lips. Oh, no, sandwich acquisition machine.
She's back.
She looks like a vending machine. Well, the size of one, anyway.
Well, she's emptied one.
Yeah, she can beam in and out of them, can't she?
Are these girls specially selected? Because most of the big girls I know have got big knockers, but her knocks are really small.
I know.
Compared to her gut.
I think blokes with moobs like Jabber are a bit more well endowed than what she is.
Moobs like Jagger?
Jabber. Moobs like Jabber. No. Well, anyway, keep recording your message. Bit of an ending monologue, isn't it, really, to a very disappointing episode?
Yes, I've finally got around to sending you a message. I know you come out of your coma, which you've been in for 6 weeks, but I just wanted to remind you I'm waiting here to shack you.
All right, Sarima. I know you've been in a coma, but why don't you come round for a coffee?
Did you get the old Stampy Fries thing going again?
Did I send you that video?
Yes, you did. Send it to my wife as well. She loved it.
Oh, dear. Good old Scampy Fries. If you know, you know. Do you know, the only time you ever see them is in boozers, though, isn't it? Very rare you see them out in the wild these days.
Can't stand the bacon flavour, but the
I don't mind them, to be fair.
I'm
not so keen on Frazzles, though. I'll give them an absolute miss. But she's been to Colorado to this holographic
Denver,
rehabilitation,
Colorado,
to be reformatted. Why didn't they do something with that wig?
Why don't they make her slimmer?
Yeah. Sandwich acquisition machine. Oh, look at you. Oh, you're a bit hunky. I don't know. It looks a bit. It looks very noncy, doesn't he?
I wouldn't let him babysit my kids, that's for certain.
I don't think I'd let any of them near me kids. Oh dear.
Yeah. As episodes go, this was the worst one yet.
Yeah. This is the definite weak link. And it's been a series of weak links.
Mm. It's like just when you think the bar can't get any lower, they subvert our expectations.
Yes. This is a whole new standard of low. This was like no substance, no real story. It's like,
Nope.
why did they even bother with this entire episode? Because it's just nothing to it at all.
No, at the end of the episode, the main characters have learned nothing, done nothing,
achieved nothing.
It's like the
$10 million worth of nothing.
No, it's like that arc in The Last Jedi when they go to that casino planet.
No.
You could erase that entirely and nothing would have changed.
No.
Like you could have deleted this episode and it would not affect the rest of the season.
No.
Nothing of note happens at all.
Yeah, exactly. Atom makes a good point. I think last week broke something in me. I think last week was about the best I think this is going to get. Gavin says, "I'm tired, boss." I think you'd gladly walk into the electric chair than have to watch this crap. And how many more episodes have we got of this junk?
Another 3, for God's sakes.
Oh, God. So Thursday, March 12th is the last episode. Thank goodness. Although it's been kind of fun. I'm not one for rage bait, although a couple of people have accused me of it on the side. It's not about that at all. You know, the people making the show are creating the rage, not me. We're just
There's
talking
nothing
about
stopping them from just writing something decent. Not in the
it
slightest.
wouldn't kill them, would it?
No.
Argentum says, I'm having fun with this. Well, to be fair, I'm actually quite enjoying talking about this because Trek, you know how that they have that saying, when you hit absolute rock bottom, the only place you can look is up. Surely this has got to be the turning point of the franchise. Get rid of Secret Hideout producing Star Trek and bring people in who actually knows the source material. They're already talking about rebooting Doctor Who. Why can't they reboot the reboot and make it Trek again?
Make Trek great again.
Don't start with that shit. They'll be coming for you. You'll be getting hats printed up next. I'm a little bit gutted, to be fair. You know me, I like The Expanse. I was wearing my favourite Expanse t-shirt yesterday and had to do a bit of emergency plumbing. And I don't know how, but I have managed to get bleach all over my t-shirt. I'm gutted. But I'm going to order another one.
Have you got some spots on it?
Have I got spots on it?
Yeah.
It looks like some fuckers tie-dyed it. Oh, and then I went to Screwfix and bought the wrong plumbing parts. So not a good day, really. But anyway, I'm moving far away from Star Trek, almost as far away as what Alex Kurtzman and his writing team have done with this show. He hasn't hit the target. Like poor Marksman, you keep missing the target. That's all he's done. JJ and him have just not got it at all in terms of what Star Trek is. Gavin Blackburn says this series makes Voyager look good. It does. It really does make it look good, doesn't it?
It does. This is an absolutely terrible series. I can't recommend it to anyone.
Do you know, I've quite enjoyed
no redeeming features.
No, I know. I've quite enjoyed talking about this on a Thursday. A bit more hot off the press, you know? Which begs the question, do we do a Friday night shite tomorrow?
Well, that is the question.
Would you be up for it, sir?
I might be able to make it, yes.
I might see if I can get Swappers out of retirement again.
I can't guarantee it, but I will certainly do my best.
That'd be kind of you. We'll have a chat about it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just one quickie in the chat. Eraserhead 666 says The Expanse is the best sci-fi show of the last decade or so. Yet we're here talking about this. I agree.
But thankfully, this will be over soon, and we get to talk about Babylon 5, which is by far the more superior TV series.
Oh, yeah, baby. In fact, what I think I might do, I'll hold off doing the Babylon 5 bit until we've done the last episode of this. Then we can like have a natural segue instead of doing an extra show a week.
Yeah.
That'd be quite... actually, we probably would end up doing an extra show a week anyway, because we'll be doing the Babylon 5, we'll be doing Just Great Movies, and Friday Night Shite. Well, I don't think that's a bad thing.
It's not, no.
I mean, when we started the channel, we said we were going to do it to make YouTube fun again for people like us. And I think we've kind of done that in part.
Well, you have to a certain extent. I mean, I can't say that the material is fun, not by any stretch of the imagination.
No. I'm not claiming that for a moment, to be honest.
It is kind of a fun tearing it apart.
It is. I want to say thank you to Gavin Blackburn for the £2 pot knacker. Genesis allowed is not. I agree. She shouldn't be allowed. Z, thank you for joining me. Me and you again next Thursday then for more of the same.
Sounds like a plan. I'm up for it.
Good. I want to thank everybody in the chat tonight. Thank you for taking part in the show. Sorry we've got to drag you through this, but we're going to do it. Whether you like it or not, we're going to drag you kicking and screaming for another 3 weeks. Possibly catch you tomorrow. We'll see how things play out. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else worth talking about, but we'll have a chat about that a little bit later on. Right, thank you to everybody. I'm looking forward to next Tuesday on Just Bad Movies, because it's going to be an absolute doozy. We have got a super secret special guest. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but Z knows who it is.
I know who it is.
Brian knows who it is. Swappers knows who it is. And I know who it is, obviously. But you'll have to wait and see who that is on Tuesday. Thank you, everyone.